जय श्री माता जी। हम सभी श्री माता जी के चरणों में नमस्कार करके वंदन लेते हैं। तीन महामंत्र, उसके बाद श्री गणेश मंत्र।
Maha
अपना दायां हाथ जमीन पर रखेंगे, बायां हाथ श्री माता जी की ओर। श्री माता जी, कृपा करके आप हमारे ईड़ा नाड़ी को शुद्ध और निर्मल कीजिए। दायां हाथ श्री माता जी की ओर, बायां हाथ आकाश की तरफ करेंगे। श्री माता जी, कृपा करके आप हमारे पिंगला नाड़ी को शुद्ध और निर्मल कीजिए। दोनों हाथ श्री माता जी की ओर करेंगे। पूरा चित्त हम मूलाधार चक्र पर लेकर जाएंगे और यहाँ पर हम श्री गणेश अथर्व शीर्ष बोलेंगे।
नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं द्रष्टासि त्वमेव केवलं भर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं कल्पितं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं निवृतं लक्ष्मी सत्यं लक्ष्मी त्वं माम् अवतारम् अवश्रुतम् अवदतरम् अवदतरम् अवनुचरम् अवशिष्टम् अवपश्चात् पुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात् अवदक्षिणात् अवपूर्वात् अवधरात् सर्वतो मां पाहि समर्थात् त्वं मया स्वं चिन्मया त्वम् आनन्दमया त्वं ब्रह्ममया त्वं सच्चिदानन्द विद्योऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो सर्वं जगदं ततो जयते सर्वं जगदं त्वत्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदं त्वयि लयनिष्ठति सर्वं जगदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरपो नरो नीरो नरः त्वं चत्वारि वर्तमानि त्वं गुणत्रयाधिका त्वं देहत्रयाधिका त्वं कालत्रयाधिका त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वं योगिनो जयन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा स्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वं इन्द्रस्त्वं अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमस्त्वं ब्रह्मा भूर्भुवः स्वरं प्रणवीं पूर्वमुक्षाय प्रणवीं तरणं अनुस्वरपरतरम् आर्धेन्दुरसितं धरेण रुणम् एकत्रं मनुष्वरूपं प्रकरणपूर्वरूपम् आकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वरसंज्ञारूपम् बिन्दुरूपरूपम् नरसन्नं सहिता सन्धि सैषा गणेशा विद्या गणका ऋषि निश्री गायत्री छन्दा गणपति देवता ओम नम गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं दशमकुशधारिणं धनं च वरदं हस्तैर्विघ्नं कुशलध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शुभकर्णकं रक्तवस्त्रं रक्तगन्धर्वविभगं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तमुकम्पितं देवं जगत्करणशकलम् आविर्भूतं च श्रीशैलो प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो गणपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमुरये नमः साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः।
After a very long time, we are again assembled in this hall. When Sahaja Yoga was just in its infancy, we had arranged a program in this hall. Since then, by God's grace, Sahaja Yoga has settled in the minds of the Sahaja Yogis as if the rain has been absorbed by the hungry earth. Sahaja Yoga is not meant for people who are superficial and not seeking within themselves with all earnestness and the hankering of a seeker. It is not meant for people who are seeking God in the books, because God is not there. It is also not meant for people who think they can achieve God, that they can, by their effort, by their extreme hatha, as we call it, obstinacy, win the grace of God. It is meant for those people who are from the heart all the time asking for Him and looking for Him for the genuine and for the reality. Sahaja, I have told you many a times, Sahaja means, Saha means with, and Ja is bond. I have elaborately told you many a times what is Sahaja. It is a spontaneous growth of your being into that infinite realm of God's blessing. We have to enter into the kingdom of God, not by words, not by deed, but it has to be the actualization of the experience. If you are satisfied by the tomfoolery and the spiritual jugglery that is going on, it is better you take to that course and be lost. But for Sahaja, you have to be an earnest and a genuine seeker. Whatever mistakes you have committed in your search will be forgiven by God, because He knows that it was in ignorance that all these mistakes were committed. We have here some Sahajogis who know this. But when I see people and when I have experience of them, I am sometimes surprised the way they are contradictory to themselves. How they live with those contradictory ideas, it is something beyond the imagination of God Almighty also. It has been since ages one simple question: how to reach the infinite through this finite mind, through this rationality which God has given. This is the eternal problem which has been there from the times of Socrates, Confucius, Kant, Hegel. All these great philosophers have been only asking this question in all their findings and search: how to reach the infinite through this finite. As it is, human being is made that way that he has to worry for himself and worry also about God's doing. He is also worried how God is going to give him this blessing. Who has created you? Who has created this universe? Who has created this beautiful heaven for you here? But you are worried, how is He going to give you that blessing by which you will know the heaven within yourself? You are worried how He is going to bestow upon you the bliss of self-knowledge. You need not worry. It is His job. But He has made you like this. He has made you this way, especially with a purpose. The articulation of your personality came into being just like an egg develops a shell around itself to grow. In the same way, you also develop the shell. in which you have to develop your personality, your being in such a manner that ultimately you become the proper instrument to receive that knowledge that is God, that is divine, and then to emit it to others and to see it, to be aware of that, to be a sakshi, to be a witness of that divine flowing through you. Of course, some of these philosophers never had any inkling of that divine. Some of them did have. That's why there's such a disparity in what they say. But there have been really genuine people, most of them, and they have been honest about they are not finding it or finding it. But today is the worst time of hypocrisy known as Kali Yuga, in which every Dick, Tom, Harry has started claiming that he is the person who is going to introduce you to him. And he has formed his own ideas and his own imagination to give you that this is how you are going to receive him. Now I have got it already. There's one thing good about Kali Yuga is that all the ancient scriptures are for you, written down long time back, and you have to tally it. If it is Bible, it is there. If it is Quran, it is there. And if it is any one of the Vedas, it is there. But when you start your new scriptures and new ideologies and try to fit in everything according to that, when you try to mold God into your own cups of weaknesses, then how can you be Sahaja, spontaneous? So the problem today in Kali Yuga is much worse than it was ever before, because apart from the original articulation we have had, we have many more articulations on us. The worst of all is the mental articulation. That we think by reading books, by talking about books, by giving lectures or by receiving it through lectures, we are going to achieve it. You are sadly mistaken. This is the greatest Maya or the illusion, I think, of the present day. Other Mayas can be conquered, but this is one of the most elusive temptation for the modern man, that he thinks by reading, by listening about God, he is going to achieve. It is a spontaneous. Let us understand what is spontaneous. Spontaneous is natural living thing that happens to us. For example, you see a seed. When you plant it, it spontaneously grows. Do you stand on your head before that seed, or do you read books, or does the seed has to read the books of germination to get germinated? Not that. Never. But it is only the human beings who think so foolishly, which an ordinary dog also doesn't think that. You may say that there are books which are truthful. There are books which are pouring reality. But have you got any measure to know which are the books which are pouring reality and which are not? There are gurus who are, of course, prospering, materially better, because they tell you, you take sannyasa, you take sannyas, you renounce, and bring all the money to me. And foolishly, so many human beings are attached and attracted towards such people. Why? Because our articulation has given us this darkness that we grope to something that is false much faster than to reality. We are shaken up within ourselves. We haven't got strength to hold to the reality, to ask for the reality, that they have to give us the reality. So anybody who speaks, you see, in a bombastic manner, quotations after quotations, reading this, reading that, giving you big lectures, people are very much fascinated. They think by listening to lectures, you are going to have. Never, never. It is going to happen to you. You have been to so many lectures before. You have listened to so many people. There have been many gurus, good and bad. Have you been able to make out who is a real guru and who is not? How will you know that this man is talking from the seventh heaven? It may be a Rakshasa talking to you. It may be a devil incarnate in these horrible days. He could be anything who is talking to you. What makes you believe that some person who is behaving like a God man is a real God man or not? There is a way. And that is why when there is a more necessity, the things happen by which you know. You have to become something else to know what is what. You have to be reborn. You are to be baptized. You have to become a Brahmin. You have to become a Musalman. You have to become a Christian. You are to be reborn. You are born with a body. You are born with a mind, which is articulated. You have to jump into that infinite love of God to know who is emitting that love. And then the knowledge comes to you. Unless and until your eyes are open, don't believe into any personality because he knows how to impress you. And even not me, unless and until I've been able to give you that which you are seeking. You must ask for the reality. Ask for that from me. I cannot give you anything else but that. Unless and until you have had that experience, the actualization of that, of the Sahaja Yoga by which you receive the blessings within yourself and you feel it and it emits through your extremities and you see that power flowing through you, which is known as the Chaitanya Lahari, which was very well described by Adi Shankaracharya, whom nobody reads these days. They want to read somebody who talks of sex. The mind is so much attached to sex that everything must come through sex, otherwise nothing goes here. These people who try to impress you, try to work on your weaknesses. But a mother is not going to do that. A mother is going to give you the real that is there and is going to tell you that, my child, this has been wrong, and you have to get detached from that idea and stand within yourself. Every one of them, those who have been great, have been saying, Yogena Sankhena, Shankaracharya said. But Hindus are the first who will go to yoga, to Hatha Yoga. When Shankaracharya never did any one of these yogas. Yogas are meant for very, very few people. For very few people who live with a guru in the jungles. You have to do 6 things simultaneously under the guidance of an evolved But everybody is trying to do yoga because they want to slim down. God is not to be used for this frivolous thing. All right, you do exercise is different. But this is no yoga. Yoga means union with God. It is union with God. It is not the union with the worldly things that you think so important. Those who go to the extremes of things are also no good for Sahaja. Extreme takes you away from reality, which was said by Gautam Buddha. He said, take to the middle path. Keep to the middle path. But his disciples have gone to the extreme path of foolishness. He said, don't worship any gods and goddesses at that time because he was in Sahaja. So his disciples started worshipping his tooth, nail, everything. Of course, that too has a meaning, but not for people who are not realized. How can you make out whether the hair of Muhammad Saab is in that place in Kashmir or it is of some imposter? Have you got any method by which you can detect? I can say it is the hair of Muhammad. I say that. But why should you accept me also? With all your brains and intelligence, why should you accept anything which is not actually focused within your awareness, which is not brought within your awareness? There is a method, there is a way, there is an education, but it is a spontaneous. It happens to you. You just become. This education comes to you in such a manner, in such a way, that even a child knows. It is a subjective knowledge that comes to you. When you jump into that divine love through Sahaja Yoga, then you become one with collective consciousness. It's not that I tell you that you are collectively conscious, but you become conscious. For example, now, for me, when I say that this sari has got a border, you will say, yes, of course we know.
श्री माता जी, कृपा करके आप हमें निर्विकल्प की स्थिति प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माता जी, आज के शाम के ध्यान के लिए आपके श्री चरणों में कोटि कोटि प्रणाम। थैंक यू श्री माता जी फॉर टुडेज इवनिंग मेडिटेशन। हम सभी श्री माता जी के चरणों में नमस्कार करके वंदन लेंगे।